Well, the men's team are 2 out of 2, looking to go 3 from 3, but the women's team, of course, making their first appearance of this autumn. Head Coach Stu Barrow alongside me. It must be really exciting to get your group back into camp.
I think that's it, just to get them back into camp together as well with something to work towards. So yeah, we're very, very excited. They've had a really tough, long domestic season. We played an Origin training match the other week just to get them back in tune with each other, and then to come into camp tomorrow and get ready for Wales is something that we're really looking forward to.
Yeah, just touch on the kind of foundations of this season that's bringing you into this Test match. Probably the most competitive, high-standard Betfred Women's Super League ever?
Yeah, very much so, and I think what we've been aiming for is to get 4 competitive teams to make the semi-finals of the Cup and the Grand Final really close, and I think Wigan came to the party this year with a young side, so I think the standard's really gone up across the board and made selection for the 20 into this squad really, really difficult.
You must have been, I imagine you've been kind of clawing at the walls to get back into international camp and action. Obviously, you're not too long in the job, you've not had too many matches, but are you enjoying the process so far?
Yeah, very, very much so, and I think the girls are buying into what my philosophy is and what we're trying to do, and hopefully we can take one step further from what we did against France earlier on in the year in April and just keep progressing really, and that's our aim for this weekend.
And you've got a different problem to perhaps previous England coaches, is that you've got to keep getting up really early in the morning to watch your NRLW as well. How's it been kind of assessing those players and integrating them where you can into this squad?
Yeah, no, and we're unfortunate we've lost Holly Dodd and Frank Gove both with injuries, but very fortunate that Georgia Roach is coming back as an NRL champion and bringing that experience with her into our camp, and it came as no surprise that all 3 girls went over there and coped really, really well with the competition because we knew they were really quality players. But what they bring back from there is a little bit of experience. I'm expecting Georgia to come back with some new ideas and challenge me as a coach as well as the rest of the group, so we're looking forward to that.
Coming up against a Wales team that are kind of on their own developmental journey with their sights set on World Cup qualification, putting a strong performance against a tough France team last weekend. What are you expecting from them?
Exactly that toughness. I think when they play any England side, the Welsh have a lot of passion, and I think the game at the weekend will have done them a world of good. They'll take some learnings from that and they'll work hard this week. And I expect a real tough physical encounter and something that we will have to deal with initially in the game, and then hopefully start to impose some of our game plan as we go forward in that.
How important is it for you as an England coach and England setup that the Wales and the Frances of the world develop as well, so that you've got regular high quality opponents? Notwithstanding when we get the chance to play Australia and New Zealand.
Exactly. I think it's our responsibility as well to keep putting these Test matches on against France and Wales, and hopefully they come through and offer us that domestic competition, because it's a long way away to our next opposition, which is down under in 25 and 26. So we need to continuously keep playing, and they're our local opposition.
Probably almost a year to the day that we were sat in here for that World Cup opener. Obviously a watching brief for you that day, but do you feel that there's been a development from that point, a real progress that England have built on what was able to be achieved in that 3 or 4 weeks?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that laid the really solid foundations, and I think what it did do was show us that we could compete on the world stage and give the belief to the girls as well. And from there now, with, like you said earlier, the quality of the domestic competition this year going up another level, I think we as England hope to progress and follow that.
Is your frustration perhaps the fact that you've only played 2 games since then? Are you pushing for a more regular international calendar for the women?
Yeah, very much so, and I think if we're serious about competing on the world stage in World Cups, we can't turn up there blind. We've got to be rehearsed for that. So thankfully the board of the RFL have arranged for the Ashes series in 2025, and it's something that we look forward to going out there and challenging ourselves and finding some learnings from that, because we haven't played Australia in such a long time as England women, so we get some learnings from that and then take that into the 26 World Cup.
Must be a pretty easy motivational tool for your players if you just say we're playing Australia in 2 years, by the way.
Exactly. So people now in these Test matches and going forward are fighting for a place on the plane, and the girls are very aware of that as well. So and they're very aware of the competition coming underneath with the development of a lot of young players in the moment in Super League.
Well, Stu, thank you for joining us. Best of luck to you and your team at the weekend.
Thank you very much. Cheers.